Hello everyone, and welcome to day 10 of Ethony's 31 Days of Tarot. And today we are talking about our most impactful tarot moment of 2016. And I will say, just as Katie Flowers mentioned on her day 10, I certainly did experience a few impactful moments, to say the least, with my own personal spreads. But due to the fact that they are personal, I won't go into them now, and I think it would just take too long to explain anyway, but they certainly blew me away, especially the more in-depth reads or spreads with decks like the ancient Egyptian oracle that I showed you in an earlier video and the moon oracle. It's like they deliver a jam-packed, multi-layered perspective on your life, and that really was amazing and opened my eyes. So, all that aside, you know my friend Brad passed away in June, and you know that it was totally unexpected. So, we all went into shock, and I think I imploded on the inside. I don't even know how to describe it, but I couldn't resist, put it that way, in drawing some cards. I wanted to know how he was. I wasn't even concerned with the whys. I just thought, how are you? Where are you? I need to know my friend is safe, because this was an unexpected passing. And without thinking, I picked up a Lenormand deck. I don't know why, I just went with it. And I asked, but I said, Brad, where are you? And this is what I pulled. Now, it's not going to be a surprise, is it? Of course, I pulled the coffin. And, you know, for a moment, I just thought, oh, very funny. Like, I know where you are. I mean, where are you? So it was like this double-layered emotional response that I felt in my system, because I laughed and cried at the same time. So I thought, listen, I picked up a Lenormand. You ask a question, you get an answer. Fair enough. So I thought, I need to think about this. And I remember saying, Brad, within the realms of your current existence, I would like to know how you are, you know, how do you feel? I don't know whether you can answer that, because feelings are really attached to the human experience. But how are you wherever you find yourself now? And I'd like to know where you are, if that's possible to answer. So that's basically the way my question came out, and this is what I got. So when I saw the Rider and the Key, the first thing that came to me was my transition was successful. You know, I've moved to a place that's really damn good. And that was a huge relief. And I just asked for further information about this transition, or where he is. And this is exactly what I've got. And it really blew me away. So the stalk is change, relocation. I have relocated somewhere far, far away, or relocated to the stars, the heavens, and then I shall settle there long term. Whew. Still blows my mind when I look at these cards. And let's be honest, you know, was that Brad or was that me? Well, under normal circumstances, I would say when I draw a tarot card, it's me. It's my higher self talking to me. So this could be me, my higher self, explaining to my conscious mind where I actually believe Brad is. But I will never forget when I pulled that. I just felt this little jolt in my gut. It was just such shock, yet that's why I had those mixed emotions, and I laughed and cried at the same time, because I thought, well, that's true. I know that. But it was still pretty amazing that even if I picked it, I picked the coffin. I asked, where are you? Well, where do you think I am? He said, or I said. But my point being, whether it was me or whether it's possible for my friend to come through me because I asked him to come forward, I still think the results with these cards are pretty astounding, because there are many other cards that I could have picked that I would have been scratching my head trying to make sense of the result. But I think he wanted to you know, I've read that the rider can also mean freedom. And, you know, it's almost like he's trying to assure me that, look, I've moved on and you know what, everything's okay. And the only other thing I'd add to that is, after he passed, I had a few very interesting experiences, and I am a believer in the other side, the spirit world. I believe in reincarnation. So again, it's a belief, sure. But I will say I have done many years of research and, you know, reading up where doctors have documented patients that have experienced near-death experiences. There's just so much evidence to point towards an afterlife. And to me, it makes perfect sense in the grand scheme of things anyway. As one small basic example, every winter, you know, the tree dies, but it doesn't. So the leaves die and fall to the ground and disintegrate and reunite and blend into Mother Earth once again. To me, that's no different. The body goes into the ground, it's done its job, it's finished, but the soul or the tree trunk doesn't die, and the soul returns to its home for perhaps a period of time, for perhaps eternity. You know, that's another full conversation, but I do believe there was something in this read, and combined with the experiences I have, I just can't help but feel that, yes, I picked the cards, but I think I was being guided. And it's interesting because Cassia from Tarot Map was just talking about contacting your angels, and a number of people came up and said, oh, absolutely, I do believe I contact my angels or my guides all the time. I believe in guides also. So if I have a guide or an angelic being assisting me through life, why is it that my friend can't come forward and speak to me also? Anyway, everyone has a right to their beliefs, including you. So I'll leave it at that. Oh, you know what? Before I go, I'll tell you, as a reader, I did have an impactful moment. It happened twice in that period of time when, for instance, I had a young lady with me and we were talking, this is face-to-face across the table, and we were talking about the cards that we saw before us. But I could tell that she was stressed. There were things going on with her work. So normally I just go off in my little tangent. And you know what it's like when you just trust. You don't think about trusting. You don't plan to trust your intuition. You just go somewhere without a second thought. And I did. And during that conversation, I could see she was upset by something. And so I said to her, look, just look at it this way. If you, as an example, worked with your Uncle Kevin in a shop, but it's his business, he owns the business, that means we have to look at this from a slightly different perspective. Blah, 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 blah. And off I went on my little story. Just a story, just as an example, to gain clarity and understanding. And she looked at me like I was a zombie, and I thought, oh my God, what have I done? And she said, I work for my Uncle Kevin in a shop, and he owns the business. Well, I think I fell off my chair before she fell off hers, because I don't claim to be any kind of clairvoyant or, you know, anything like that. But, you know, I'm a tarotist. But that really blew my mind. And then it happened again when I just picked some random name and a random experience, and the person said exactly the same, but that is the person I'm talking, you know, like Jonathan. I don't know any Jonathan. It's not like even I was using a name of someone I knew. It's just a name that I picked, and there it was. So that was definitely also an impactful moment for me as a tarotist. Well, it's so hot here, I think I'm going to fall over. So I'm going to say bye-bye for now, and thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, and I hope wherever you are, the temperature is just nice and cool. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.